Jalal, like, I honestly hate you. Like, there's nothing more than hate right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
See, this is why I hate, like, you're such an actor. You guys
I'm
all
not-
know
I
how
don't
to
know.
actors. Wallah, you guys are actors.
Why are you mad?
I'm just mad at you for bringing this toaster from my current top.
What?
Well, I don't
What
care.
toaster?
No, that's just stupid.
What toaster?
What are you
That's
talking
stupid.
about?
Okay.
toaster?
What are you
Alright,
talking
let's just
about?
start the episode.
Is there a toaster?
Let's just start the episode.
What toaster?
Just start the episode, Ahmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
Not my issue. Can you buzz off?
Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
The Deanless Podcast.
Can you stop laughing? Wallah, you're not funny. I could honestly say, Wallah, none of your material is funny. Like, at all. At all.
I don't know what you're talking
At
about.
all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And you saying that I don't know comedy? I know more comedy than all of you guys stuck together.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you know. Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
What are you talking about, though?
Yeah, let's cap off our maturity level at the age of 12. That's where grade 6 Islamic school.
Actually, grade 7.
Why?
That's
You think these guys made it grade 7 at the age of 12?
Wow.
We still don't know what you're talking about. This whole
I don't
podcast.
care. I don't care. I honestly don't. I'm actually just going to fly through this and then I could go home. I could just,
Go
you guys
home?
got out of my house.
Go home.
Ahmed, by the way, this is how much I respect you out of all this crew right now. I went to Ikea to get you that table so you don't have to crouch on the floor anymore. You're welcome.
We should address our listeners.
Oh, yeah, right. Welcome to episode 12. Like, how many times every week we have to address them?
Well,
Khalas, man, they get it.
All six
Bilal,
of them.
Ali, Muhammad, Hamdan, Jalal, nobody likes, and Muhammad Younes.
Who's been here for
We have
too long?
been episode 12. Catch us on Apple Podcasts. Catch us on Spotify, Google Play. Watch us on YouTube for the video. Make sure you subscribe and get notifications. And make sure you like and leave comments, positive comments for me and everybody else. Nobody cares about Jalal.
Do negative comments for Bilal, please.
I don't care. I don't care. Honestly, don't.
also check out our TikTok.
Oh yeah, check out our TikTok. What is it? And all our social media
DLPcast.
at DLPcast. All of our social media. Happy.
Yeah, I'm good. I just
Bilal's in a mood today.
I am such in a bad mood.
You're in a mood
I
today.
was such in a happy mood until you did this thing here.
I have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
have no idea what you're talking about. We're gonna make it really random, and we're just gonna mess up his whole setup upstairs.
What setup?
My countertop setup.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't.
Bilal was losing it. He's getting old.
On Friday, I went to Ikea to buy that table for Ahmed that he's sitting on. I don't think you guys could see it,
They can't.
but I had to wait outside for a solid an hour. And one thing I noticed in Ikea, there's a lot of
Toasters?
couples that people like don't. Well, Amjad, a lot of people don't have businesses that they have to take some of yours. I was waiting in line and I was telling Barat, my brother, I was like, hey, is there a Best Buy around here? And the guy turned around. Well, I didn't even finish the sentence. I was like, hey, is there a Best Buy? And then he turned around and was like, yeah, if you go down that road and you turn right on the lights, there's a Best Buy down there. But what you have to do is make sure you take a left, go around the plaza, and then wait you find a parking spot. And then I was just like, nobody was talking to you at all.
That's like so
And then
nice.
no, because I did not like give him any reaction. He kind of figured that maybe it was a bad move. He's like, I just heard that part. I didn't hear all of your conversation.
He
someone did
he
that
was
to me,
trying
I'm
to
so-
help
that was
you.
so nice of
He
him.
no, he wasn't. Just leave me alone.
Part 20 of Bilal Abdu hates people.
Oh my god. That's so nice of him.
No, it's not nice of him. Well, it wasn't. Like, just mind your own business,
Okay,
man.
so listen, next time you get stuck and you're asking for directions, don't ask me because I'm not going to help you.
Literally.
When did I ever ask you?
I'm just saying, in the
on my
future, if it
life?
ever happens, we're going to a hockey
But you know
game or
what?
something.
You know what? Hockey. Okay.
Okay, whatever.
But you know what the thing is? Like, everybody thinks I'm like so mean and everybody hates on me because, oh yeah, you don't like people.
You don't?
You know how many times people at work call me to cry out like on my shoulder? Like, I don't know, Bilal, I'm really stressed out about this. I just need somebody to talk to. And I'm on the phone. I'm like, yeah, man, you just have to push through and get the stuff done. He's like, yeah, I like talking to you because you calm me down and you make sure everything's okay. I could honestly
but
tell
that's
you none
just
of you
'cause
guys have them.
Because they know you at work. They don't know you outside of work.
Nobody knows. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. You're just a different person.
Remember
outside
that
of
tell a
work.
donut party story?
So this is when I was back at Stantec. So I was working in my cubicle. And usually I'm listening to a podcast or something. But at that moment, I wasn't listening to anything. And then, what do you need?
I'm telling Jalal he's out of the
Oh, am I?
camera
Oh,
shot.
yeah. And then I was like, and then I hear over here one of the guys going, and this guy, by the way, I've never seen him not smile. I'm pretty sure he's a serial killer. Because he's always smiling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, those... Hi, how are you? Good morning, Bilal. How was your night last night? I'm like, ah. Last time I was drinking a protein shake in the break room. Is that protein? Now tell me your workout regimen. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just move on. Anyways, so one day I overhear him like talking to one of those people in the office. Like, you should start every Friday a donut day. But the only catch is you cannot get donuts from Tim Hortons. So you have to go around the city and find donuts and bring it into the office. And then he was like, oh, that's such a good idea. This is what we'll do. And then he started from one guy. There's 3 guys that sat before me. So he goes to the first guy, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm down. Yeah, put my name down. I'll do it every second week. And then he goes to my Muslim friend, Basil Siddiqui. Shout out Basil. And then Basil's like, he's the nicest guy. He's like, oh, thank you, Glenn. I don't partake in this, but I really appreciate you asking me. and then he comes to me, and then he's like, do you want? I'm like, nah. He's like, well, you know, just once a week. I'm like, nah, it's okay. Just keep walking. He went like his face.
Wait, were you trying to eat healthy or you just didn't want the donut?
Did it matter?
I mean, it kind of.
It was, yeah. It was. If I'm healthy, and I didn't want to I didn't want to partake in that.
Okay. I mean, if you're trying to be healthy, I can understand you saying no, but if it's just because you didn't want the donut, I mean, just take the donut, man. Make the guy happy.
No, it's not that. It's not that he's giving out donuts. It's a whole thing now.
It's the principle. He doesn't want a whole day.
It's like you, the day before you have to wake up. Like the rule is you can't get donuts from Tim Hortons. So you have to go to like a bake shop. You have to find one, a random one. Go there, get a dozen donuts, specialty donuts, and then bring it to the office. Why would I partake in that?
I mean, I wouldn't partake in it either.
Yeah. So why are you guys, hating on me? Hating on you.
We're not hitting on
Sounds
you.
so douchey.
You're speaking of donuts, not from Tim
But
Hortons.
no. Let's move on. No, by the way, last episode.
I'm just saying.
Last episode. No. Last episode.
Yeah. I did say a comment.
Say it again.
I don't.
No. Say it.
What was the?
Oh, you guys were making fun of this room.
Yeah, and you said.
And then I was like, oh, I want to see what setup you guys will have in your house. I'm like, even if you let us set up in your house, and then your wife, and then I said your wife will be like, I don't want. Yeah, I'll do that. And then you said something under your voice, making sure nobody heard.
No, I said it, and I was looking around to see if anyone heard me, and I said at least like we'd have a wife.
You're an a-hole.
I actually was waiting for people. No one heard it. I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't that good.
Wow.
I never heard it until I rewatched
it.
it. I'm like, what a coward.
What
a coward.
I'm not scared to say it. I don't
You're just, you were scared to say at that time.
No, I said it, but everyone was talking over me. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't like it was just like in the moment, you know? Like, I couldn't say it again.
What are you going to say about Ali for hot right now? Because you ripped on me for some reason. You ripped on Muhammad for an obvious reason.
You're not funny.
What's Ali's thing?
You're not funny. I can
funny for what? Funny for what? I'm not trying to be
You're not funny. I'm just saying you're not.
objective.
At all.
I've been objective.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just put the.
I like Ali.
I just helped put the bread in the toaster.
I know.
What toaster?
As of now, right now, Ahmed Khalil is number 1. Ali is number 2. Maybe Younes is number 3, but then that's it.
Wow.
But
where am
Hamdan
I?
is off the
You
charts.
didn't even put me on the list.
You're not. People I like.
Oh.
Why would you be on that list?
Bilal was a people person, guys.
No,
Please
he's not.
comment that. I'm not. I am
I
a
bet
people.
so
Well,
many
I'm a people person.
People get so much bad vibes off of you off this podcast.
Okay, but this
You're
podcast.
douchey.
No.
You only care about yourself.
No, what? That's not
If
true.
I care about myself, then what are you guys doing
I'm
here?
saying this is what people are saying.
What are you doing in my house?
I'm saying this is what people probably think of you.
So what?
I know.
Who cares? Is
But
that
you
where
just-
they draw the line? Like, I don't know. I like Bilal Abdu, but now this podcast, shining a new light.
I'll probably just skip your parts anyways.
I am the podcast. I guarantee you, if it wasn't for me, this would have been like a court hearing. I was at 40 Flavors the other day, and I got ice cream. And then Jalal's like, yes.
So you're saying you make a
Yes.
podcast? Is
I
that
do
what you
make a
said?
podcast.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have a poll.
Okay, have a poll. Comment on the YouTube
poll.
video. Who's the DLP champ? Who makes this podcast? Hashtag Bilal Abdu, hashtag Ali Farhat. You get the point. Just let us know who makes a podcast, and then we'll decide.
He didn't even want to say our names.
You're opening a can of worms. Like,
Okay,
Yeah,
no. Okay, let the fans speak.
Okay.
So Bilal,
All I'm saying is I'm
This
bringing,
room
I'm
is-
bringing you guys my headband.
This room is overcrowded, by the way, so it wouldn't kill to get rid of 1 or 2 people.
Over
I'm
here.
just saying.
Hey,
Yeah,
I have another podcast coming up anyway.
if
so.
you lose, if you lose that poll, what are you gonna do?
I'll be waiting for you guys upstairs playing
Okay.
PlayStation or Age of Empires. Like, I don't lose in this situation at all. I'm like, I don't have to come. Good luck coming up with topics. I'm the only one that comes up with topics.
All I'm saying is I don't need to beg the fans to ask, to vote for me.
Okay, then don't.
I'm pretty.
Okay, then
pretty
don't.
confident. I'm not.
Then don't.
No, don't vote for me.
Ahmed,
Actually, don't vote for me.
Ahmed, you'll get the Zoom mic back. Don't worry.
Don't vote for Jalal Hamdan.
Baseball's back. That's
Okay,
only
so
thing.
what's the
That's,
next topic?
That's it for today,
that's
guys.
that's
talk about
one
Libya
thing.
now.
That's one thing I can't wait for. July 1st, training camp starts, and then see Blue Jays. I'm repping Blue Jays. I can't wait. I don't know how you guys don't like baseball. Well, I don't. What is it that you don't like baseball?
I'm not retired.
Speaking of baseball, I'm still shocked at the fact that Ali Farhad said he played both baseball and hockey and was more tired playing baseball. You're
He's a
actually
liar.
insane.
It's true. Like
After yesterday,
No, it's because you have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do it.
well, I feel like baseball was more demanding, like physically, because the thing about hockey and like I don't know, people can argue it, but hockey a lot of the times when you're on the ice, you're gliding, and you can say yes or no, but it's true. A lot of the times you're not skating full force. Like you're being lazy on skates.
and with baseball, a lot of time you're standing at the plate or standing in your
No, but
position.
he's right. Like when trying to explode from the first base to second base, it's really tiring.
Is
Like,
it not
or
the
like
same
you're
thing as
shutting-
exploding
But-
while you're on
but-
the
no,
ice?
no,
No,
but
but
like how I'm,
finish it.
how
But you
I'm
do that
comparing
once
it-
an inning, if
but look,
that.
how I'm comparing it is baseball players play every single day, or every other day.
The fact
Okay,
that
every single day, every single day. They play 3 days in a row.
They play double the games the NHL players
160
The
play.
fact that they do that means that their sport's less
An
demanding.
There you go.
an NHL player plays about
82 games.
20 minutes and 20
It's
minutes.
because
a
these
night,
guys
right?
get railed every night. Ali.
An MLB player plays all game, and then he plays again the next day, all game.
The fact that they have the schedule set up that way for these two sports tells you how physically demanding each
Yeah.
one is.
So
Yeah.
you don't think playing 100 something games is tiring?
I'm not saying it's not tiring. I'm just saying that if it takes 160 plus games to feel that tired, then it tells you that like compared to hockey or other sports, it's not that physically demanding.
Yes.
I'll tell you this. Pitchers, I feel for because I know their arms and their shoulders and everything like that is probably messed up by the end of the season. But like everyone else, they're just running, dude.
But all I know from my experience is that like
How do you play baseball at the age of 4?
you never played any sports.
I did. I played hockey.
Yeah, what happened there?
I had to get out. Because
So
of certain reasons.
all I know is like in terms of practice and like training, baseball was a lot more hard work than hockey was.
I don't know, man.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that hockey is very physically demanding.
More physically
I
demanding.
also played lacrosse.
I don't want to. Okay,
And
wow.
soccer.
Interesting. I don't want to get in this conversation again because Fishy will.
Whatever.
that's-
Fishy will listen to this
I didn't
podcast.
even want to
Clean
bring
Hit
this
podcast
conversation.
coming out in July.
Fishy will
want to
listen to this podcast and phone me, start yelling at me.
I just wanted to put in my 2 cents.
No. I just want to make sure everyone knew Ali is.
No, I honestly agree with Ali.
Oh my god.
Well, I do.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
This doesn't
Play-
help Ali's case, by the way.
playing baseball is harder than playing hockey.
Oh my god.
No.
No. But it comes skill. skill.
I don't agree with that.
No. But the skill, like for example,
Okay,
like
yo. Wasn't hockey like rated one of the hardest
No,
sports
look,
to
no,
play?
no,
Right,
no,
after
I-
boxing.
I don't
After
agree with
boxing.
what he
After
said.
boxing.
After boxing.
I'm saying no. I'm saying hockey.
It's easy now.
No,
apparently,
hockey.
right?
No. Hockey. No, hockey is hard to play, in the sense that if you can't skate, like you need.
Okay, bro. Floor hockey. Everyone can run. Floor
Yeah,
hockey.
yeah.
Not skate.
Yeah.
Just floor hockey.
Yeah.
Okay, compare that to a baseball.
Okay, can everybody hit like a fastball or a baseball like the
Bro,
iron
that's
hand
just,
coordination?
We're
that's
talking
skill.
about-
That's skill.
that's skill,
We're
exactly.
talking about physically demanding sports, not like sports that require skill. And
Oh,
by the
okay,
way,
okay.
hockey
I'll-
requires a lot of skill too.
I'll take that back. You're
You
right.
guys saw that
No,
yesterday,
you're
right?
Younes pulled a Sveshnikov goal yesterday.
After he dove 4 times on the floor.
I did not dive. I don't dive at all.
Don't say that.
You tripped me.
But how many
All
times are
body. It was
you're
all
the,
body.
if we put the time that you lay on the floor, it's honestly more than you're on your feet.
It's me sliding to block a shot. It's sliding to block a shot. I'm taking one for the
Wasn't
team.
Ali reffing that game?
Ali
Yeah,
was
he was
reffing and he
reffing
saw
so-
the
I
trip
honestly-
and don't call it.
And Ray, when I seen them making like body contact, I closed my eyes. I'm like,
I was
oh,
with Ali,
it's
I'm like, Ali,
the
that's
funny
a trip.
thing
You know
is-
what's
He did not
funny?
spend
His
attention.
whole team said it was a trip. They said
I
we
knew
should've got
right
a
away it
penalty.
was a trip. I looked
Okay,
at Ali.
you know what? Look, I was the ref, but there's one reffing, and I looked the angle that I seen it from. It was all body. So what do you want me to do?
Whatever, man. Look, I took it. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll finish the
No,
game.
I give you props. He did take it.
After the game, I went and asked him a simple question. I left it at that. But
No.
honestly,
Actually, what happened was the other team scored, and then you came to me.
Yeah.
You're like, was that not a trip? I was like, what?
Yeah, because I honestly was confused because the game stopped and then we had an offensive zone face-off. I'm thinking that there was a penalty. That's why we had that's
no,
why the game was
it
stopped.
stopped because the goalie covered it.
I didn't see that part. I was on the ground in pain.
Speaking
but
of
whatever.
hockey,
You don't have
How
to keep
crazy-
doing that. Like I
what?
hear you and Younes every time we want to switch a topic.
the
Speaking
one
of
that-
this
hockey,
is, I'm- this
speaking
is
of
you.
this,
This is literally
just
your thing.
get to the
your
point.
thing is we're talking about rice or something like that. And like, speaking of rice, have you
I-
guys seen the new
You
airplane they
always
made?
say that.
I said
That's what you do.
I say
That's what you
speaking.
do.
I
That's
say
what you do.
speaking.
That's what
No,
you
no,
do.
you know
That's what you do.
you know he does.
You think it's smooth, but it's not. It's very obvious
if
you're
we're
doing
talking, if we're
transition.
talking about rice, it would be like, well, cars now that you can put them in rice.
You guys are not. What's it
Speaking
called?
of hockey, you guys, the hockey draft,
Yeah, rigged.
the
I
lottery,
didn't watch any of
it
that.
was insane.
All
Explain it.
I
I
have
didn't-
to say to it.
Okay, wait, just
Yo, no, I'm serious. Explain it because I
Okay,
didn't.
so what it
I
is
didn't watch
basically
anything.
is a team that's in the play-in round, so a team that can either advance in the playoffs or be kicked out of the playoffs, they get the first overall pick. So a team that's not the worst team in the league is getting the first overall pick.
So a team like the Edmonton Oilers, who finished second in their division,
Yeah, we can
have,
get the-
have it.
Not second. Not second.
No, yeah, second,
second.
second in the
Oh,
division.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if they lose the qualifying round, they have a 12.5% chance of
getting Lafreniere,
the first overall
a
pick,
generational talent.
which is ridiculous.
Is
And
he
rigged
generational?
is-
Yeah,
Yo,
he's-
apparently someone was saying he might be the best pick since Crosby, which I'm like, is he better than McDavid?
No.
No.
Honestly, he is
I
very,
watched-
he's
you watch
very
World
good.
Juniors, not
He's
better
a
than
very good player, but he's definitely not better than McDavid.
But he'll change the franchise.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Oh yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
franchise player.
So he's come to Edmonton for sure.
Oh, 100%.
No, I
Here's the
actually
thing.
don't want Edmonton to lose.
Can
I
I
want
tell
them
you-
to beat Chicago.
Can I tell you this right now?
They're not.
It would be the perfect marriage for him to go to Montreal.
I agree. Wallah, I want him to go to Montreal so bad.
I don't want him to go to Montreal.
Yeah, I want
but
him.
I
But
can
the
see him
NHL
in Montreal.
But
But the
I-
NHL doesn't want him to.
I hope
but-
you guys know he's going to somewhere in the Metro Division.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. He's
if
for
if
sure
he
going
goes to the
Metro.
Penguins, I might.
If he goes to the
combust.
Penguins, I'm going to stop watching hockey. Because
Yeah, that-
you know, as a Flyer fan, like that's just a slap in the
Here's
face.
the thing, man. Imagine he goes to Winnipeg because Winnipeg's in the buying round. They're already a heavy team. They just need defense.
Yeah.
Even
So
Chicago.
they
Is
can
he,
actually
is he a
ship off-
defenseman or
No,
a
he's
forward?
a forward.
Okay.
So I'm saying like they can just ship off some of their forwards now, get a good defenseman, and they're like that's it.
Okay, no, but like seriously, on a serious note, do you guys think it was actually rigged?
It's 100%
No,
rigged.
there's no way.
You know why? I think the NHL knows that they're like the lower league out of the big four. So I think they just did this to like make a huge news statement out of it and get like a lot of
In my opinion,
No.
like eyes.
In
looking
my
towards
They
it.
opinion-
messed up with the percentages. They gave
Yeah.
the playing teams too high of a chance to get that first pick, and that was the mistake.
You're just right.
But I don't think they actually rigged it. It wouldn't make sense to
How
rig
is
this.
it possible? How is it possible that the first time they ever did this, that the first draft pick is going to one of those teams?
Here's the thing.
That
this
makes no
was
sense to
the
me.
first time in NHL history
It makes no sense.
that a team not in the bottom 7 is gonna win
Yeah.
the.
I
is
think the
gonna get
NHL
lottery.
is like crying for
Like,
help that
so
they
how
want
would-
attention, and then this is what they did.
But I don't get how that's proof to say that something was rigged.
It literally
It's
blew
just
over
it's a
social
crazy
media.
coincidence. It's like a crazy like
I think it's a business
I don't
move.
know.
Here's the
in my
thing.
opinion.
Here's the thing that with the talk about rigging it, they can't control who's gonna win or not win those playing rounds, and they also can't control like example. What if Edmonton says, "Okay, we'll take this one," for example, right? Which I hope they don't. But if they say we'll take this one, and they end up winning the,
No, I'm
Well,
not-
well,
not
you know what I
that-
mean?
let me tell you guys.
Like,
you know what?
there's too many X factors involved.
You know
I'm
what?
saying.
But the teams that end up losing, they're probably gonna rig that one too, and just say, you know what? Since Montreal lost, let's give it to Montreal.
No. Let me tell you something.
Like-
if it was actually rigged, they would give that first overall pick to a team that's having trouble selling tickets, having trouble filling the seats in the
Detroit,
stands. Edmonton's
Ottawa.
been garbage for a long time. They got all these overall picks, but those picks didn't really affect this. Maybe McDavid affected sales a bit, sure, but Edmonton would never be in danger of losing their franchise.
But in
Yeah,
my
exactly.
opinion,
You know what I mean?
in my opinion, how I see it is, I think the NHL wants a team like the Lakers. They want a team that is recognized globally, because the NHL isn't a big sport around the world.
No.
So I think they want a team that can like really boost up their viewership, I guess.
The thing is, you cannot. Hockey is not going to be an international sport.
Well, it is.
can't-
Actually,
It is
it's
already.
more of an
It-
international
it-
sport than the other ones, right?
It
More than
is.
basketball.
Oh yeah.
No,
No, not more than
not.
basketball, but I'm thinking like
How?
American
More
football,
than
baseball.
football, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but I'm
all-
saying
More than
I mean-
football, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
baseball is more internationally.
No, just
it's-
Japan. Just Japan and the
I feel like
Spanish
there's more
places.
hockey,
No,
more
Japan,
countries.
Japan,
I'm saying, like,
China,
all of Europe-
Taiwan, Korea.
All of Europe plays hockey.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm
all
saying.
of the world plays soccer and basketball. Like,
No, soccer's
So-
the
no,
biggest.
no, soccer's
yeah,
the
yeah,
biggest
so I'm
sport
saying
by far,
basketball and baseball is higher than hockey.
I believe that. Yeah.
Like China,
I'm
there's
saying,
a
like-
huge league in China for baseball.
I don't know about baseball, man.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, see how much countries play baseball. Like, they have their own world.
You know what?
Series.
South America has a huge baseball.
Yeah,
South
they do.
America,
They do.
Europe. Okay, it's not that popular, but all of Asia. I don't know
But
about
then
Africa.
Europe is pretty big, and Europe has a lot of hockey in there too.
Yeah,
That's what
they
I'm
do,
saying.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying there is an argument to be made, you know. But whatever.
Okay, you want to take a quick break?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
We'll be back after these
We'll be
messages.
back. Hey guys, welcome back. So, going off our hockey talk, would you rather hit a home run off Crane Kershaw
Clayton.
Clayton Kershaw.
Oh my god.
I just call him Kershaw. Would you hit a home run off Kershaw? Outskate and deke McDavid? Or dunk over LeBron James? Or other?
Is this like in a championship game?
No, like for example, you
That's
know,
not fun.
you go to a Lakers game, you're chilling in the court side. You know how you could like before the game walk down to the court and then just like take pictures of the players, and then LeBron James is like, wow, this kid's pretty special looking. Let me help him out. And then he brings you on the court, and then he's like, oh, let's just play 1-on-1. And then like he sees that you started like draining threes and stuff like that, and he's like, oh man, this kid's actually pretty good. So he starts upping up. You start upping up. It keeps going, and then it gets really intense where he's like sweating and you're sweating. And then you like got the ball, and then you take 1, 2, 3 steps, and you dunk over LeBron James, and everybody's like, like it's a camera.
Do you get signed by a team after this?
I don't know. You take your fantasy wherever you want to take it.
So you're basically saying that. Do you want to be a better athlete than all those 3 athletes?
No, like it's like you're not a better athlete.
It's just a one.
It's like you surprise him. And
It's,
then,
it's like when Younes scored that goal yesterday. Like no one.
Yeah,
expected
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
exactly.
It's like
exactly.
bragging rights, pretty much.
Oh,
on that.
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like for example, you're at a baseball game, batting practice, and then they're like, hey, you know, you come help us on that. And Clayton Kershaw sees you like hitting off the batting practice. Say it louder, you coward.
I was saying, Jalal, do you know who that is?
I have no
He's a
idea.
pitcher.
care.
Like he's one of the best pitchers
I've
in
heard
the
of
league.
him, but I
Not
actually
saying
don't
the
care.
best, one of the best. And then he throws you like a pitch, and then you hit a home run, and everybody's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Well,
that has no sentimental value to me.
yeah, me either.
Okay, so which one would you do then?
I'd probably deke McDavid out.
I would love to dunk on LeBron.
How I see it, okay, McDavid isn't really a defensive person.
It would
you
actually.
could take it.
No, but you're
That's
also
your
outscating him.
opinion.
Okay,
Like he's trying to catch up to you, and then
okay,
you're
know
like,
what, okay,
you
outskating
speed
him,
burst.
yeah,
So
I
you're
guess.
basically faster than McDavid on ice.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Why?
No, you know I'll dunk on LeBron.
Dunking LeBron would be insane. He's
Actually,
literally the best
the re-
athlete in the world.
The real answer is that you putt 2 under Tiger Woods in the PGA World Tour.
Or you sack Tom Brady.
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Brady's so easy to sack.
Uh,
He's old. Like how many times did he get like last
you-
season? He was getting sacked like almost every game.
okay, you sack Lamar Jackson.
Is he older
Yeah,
than
that's
you, Bilal?
something.
Or
Is he older than you?
by like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
actually, you know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I'll spar with Floyd Mayweather, and I'll get him like on the ropes. I won't knock him out, just to get him on the ropes.
Oh no, I would knock him out.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well, eh?
There isn't kicking in boxing. I hope you know that.
He'll still manage.
I
He'll
don't
still
play-
kick it with no
I don't play
refs
by
and
the
all.
rules.
One of the
What
funniest
would you
things.
do, Bilal?
Me?
Yeah.
For sure.
I wouldn't mind dunking over LeBron, but the thing is, it's like just because I'm such a baseball fan, it's just like the rush of hitting a home run off like a fastball, like 100-mile-per-hour fastball, and then it just like flies over Dodger Stadium. I don't know. I just find it like
That's so boring.
it's like nobody could. No, man. It's like you just have to like baseball. to get it,
Imagine
man.
it was a grand slam, and you like.
Yeah,
But I'm
okay,
saying,
that's
but you're not in the
crazy.
game. You're not in the
That's
game.
Yeah, yeah,
You're not in the
game.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're not in the game. Like you're not gonna be playing against LeBron James in a game.
Yeah.
Like to be realistic, right?
But I would also rather break LeBron's ankles than dunk on him.
Well,
No, I'd rather dunk on him.
I don't
No,
like this
no, no,
disrespect to LeBron James, man. I would honestly, as much as I would like to dunk over LeBron because I feel like that'd be so cool, I wouldn't pick that just because of how much respect I have for that guy.
Oh my
He's
God,
such
so
a
nice.
good athlete. Wallah,
Very
he's
glad
amazing.
this guy
Well,
was-
I would,
just
I
so,
would rather outskate McDavid.
just so
What
we
a
can get
nerd.
big on this podcast and maybe go viral. I hate you, LeBron James, and you suck.
Wow.
Wow, that's really
But
disrespectful.
if
What's
you
his-
if you hear this, and I'm a big fan.
I'm not gonna let the sports talk continue. Whatever. I'm done.
I'm
Cool.
also done.
So speaking of,
speaking of, let's do it. Well, speaking of, done.
Oh, speaking of done, actually, apparently the police force is done in Minneapolis for now. For now.
I'm
Now
so
that is-
mad at you.
That
right
is
now.
a smooth transition.
That actually was sick.
I'm
Although it was
just
actually
saying, you
sick.
guys have no personality.
Okay, listen.
You guys don't.
How do we have
Well,
no
as much as you
personality,
guys
man?
pretend,
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
off camera, you guys like, oh, but you're so boring. But on camera, on the mic, you guys have zero personality. Zero.
Okay, can we talk
Zero.
about this police thing?
Zero.
Can we
Let's talk about it.
Younes, can
Let's
you
hear
explain
it.
it to everybody?
Yeah, let's hear
Okay,
it.
so let me pull it up actually just to make sure I'm not messing up here. So, 9 members of the Minneapolis City Council, which is a veto-proof majority, pledged on Sunday to dismantle the police department, promising to create a new system of public safety in a city where law enforcement has long been accused of racism. So, I know there's been a lot of talk about people wanting to defund the police and just, get them out of there. Last week we talked about Seattle having like their downtown being police free.
By the way, did you know like 3 people got shot in like 2 days?
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
now they're begging the police to come in. They're like, yeah, we're good.
But see, this brings up the question I was trying to get to is like I don't really think removing the police is a good idea. I do think the system has to be changed.
Oh,
But
big
the
time.
question
Yeah.
is,
Well, what's your definition of police?
that's a good question. You're
Here's the
pulling a
thing: the
Younes.
police are there to protect. That's their main goal.
Protect
And
and
you
serve.
have to know that the police work for people. So like in a society where people are scared of the police, that should never happen.
Is the reason
I
why
mean-
you're tearing up?
I'm emotional. I'm emotional. An allergy.
Do you guys
Stop looking at me.
think being a policeman or like do you think the police should be considered as leaders in our society?
Oh, big time.
Depends, man. No, you can't.
You don't think so? Like, you don't think they're protectors?
No,
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
saying like people. Some people join the police force because they like the power.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
it is. So it's like it just goes down to your personality.
But
Yeah.
that's a thing though.
Like
That
police in
position-
general, like no one occupation should be considered leadership of society. Is what I'm trying to say.
No. I'm not saying leadership of society. I'm saying considered one of the leaders of
You know,
society.
the whole room smells like toast now. Keep
Okay,
going.
can we not talk about? I don't see toast
Okay,
anymore.
whatever. Keep going.
Okay, yo,
What are you talking
They
about?
are-
Shut up. Keep going.
they are considered. I'm asking if they're considered to be one of the leaders of society. One of the leaders in society, not the leaders of society, but just one of the leaders around. Like, there's
Yeah,
many
I
leaders,
guess. I
you know what
guess.
mean?
Yeah. I think the leadership goes down to a personal level. That's what I'm saying.
So,
It's not an institution.
type, how do we fix the problem? There's a problem with the way the police is being run, or the police conduct themselves in the States especially, and even in Canada. How do we fix it?
I don't know.
Any ideas?
Well, I like the fact that.
Sorry, this toast is really dry. What was I gonna say? What toast?
Shut up.
Anyways, no, I think it has to be like there needs to be cultural sensitivity training, and also too like there's a lot of stuff in there like it's like systematic. You know what I mean? So like with the fact that certain ethnicities are going to be like targeted over like other ethnicities, right? Like you see the stats about
Yeah.
like who's more likely to be pulled over, who's more likely to be like shot in a confrontation, right? You have to like dismantle a systematic structure that's there, right? So like they have to like literally like go back to ground zero and like rebuild the system, right?
Do you guys think it's too easy to become a cop?
Is that what you think it is?
I think it might be just too easy to become a cop.
I've actually never like.
How do you know
I've
that,
never
bro?
looked into it, but like I don't. I heard there's like a lot of like physical training you have to go through. And stuff.
Physical
It's not
training is
physical, it's
different,
different.
right? That
Yeah.
like you have to be physically trained, right? For sure. Whether you're chasing someone down or like for safety, protection, whatever. Physical training is part of it, 100%. What I'm saying is, and this differs from state to state and province to province and stuff, but a lot of places don't even have like a degree that's required before becoming a police officer.
It's not. It's not.
Or
to
like
be-
some kind of education type thing.
No. You could have a degree and you could have education and still be a bad person. But I think it is. I think it's that whoever, like whether it be military or police, whoever has an opportunity or like that may abuse their power or may abuse their force, has to go through character development. I think first before any opportunity they have to have any access to weapon or brute force or authority. If you look around the world, not just in America, like you could go all these dictators or dictatorships around the world, they rely on people having zero character, or like the police and the military having zero character, zero empathy, zero like just so they could, they have nothing is in their heart where they could, for example, kill a person or put a person in prison for no reason, or
you mean nothing's in their heart to stop them from doing that
exactly
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
But let's say if somebody, like if the police force has so much character and so much to talk it in an Islamic perspective, like has fear of God and understands the responsibility that he has in front of the people and the country and to God. If he understands that, then he will not abuse that power. He will not abuse that force.
So you're
That's
saying
what
like
I'm
they should
saying.
go through like a psycho evaluation?
Not like
I'm pretty sure they do
psycho-evaluation.
already.
No, but I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. Like this goes into having religion, right? If you feel that you have so much power,
Yeah.
like I'm above everybody, which these cops technically are,
Yeah.
right? But if they don't have the fear of God and they don't have the fear that they're going to be judged one day and they're going to be asked about their actions and they're going to have to, and then they have no role model to look up to. Like us as Muslims, we have Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to look up to. We see how he dealt with crimes and criminals and how he dealt with using force or not using force. Because they don't have that, because there's a lack of understanding of the higher power and understanding of the day of judgment, they have no problem, suppressing that feeling of being oppressors. You know what I mean? That they have no problems oppressing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is that sorry, go ahead. Is that you see people saying like, okay, they're trying to make it like a race issue. You know what I mean? Like they say, oh, only black people are complaining about the cops, right? There's like a lot of like white people too that are like, you guys see that video of that old man? He's like 70-some years old.
And he fell backwards.
And they threw him on the floor.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't bother you, as like it shouldn't be a Black Lives Matter issue with that one. It should be just a societal issue, just because like these guys are just doing whatever they want, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah, like we definitely we don't want to take away from the BLM movement.
Oh, that's definitely a big part of it, right? But I'm saying like if you want to look at it through a societal perspective,
yeah,
it's a problem for everybody.
You really
it's not a one
you
person.
have to be human to realize that that's not right.
Exactly, yeah. Like it's not
for a 78-year-old man to get pushed by a cop and starts bleeding from his head.
And you know what the scary thing is too is that we only see a select few things on social media.
Everything that's on social media, that's it.
Think about how much stuff is out there. You know what I mean? That's happened that no one knows about.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
No, that's the thing. That's what the point I was trying to make was I think it's too easy to become a cop. Like they should be getting that cultural sensitivity training. They should be getting leadership training, how to deal with people. They should be getting like numerous different kinds of workshops and training modules and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why they should be going through some kind of degree or like some kind of course modules at university level, at post-secondary level.
Yeah.
Because I don't think like someone with their high school diploma that's just jacked and can do all these physical activities is enough to like protect and serve society.
Yeah, like you said, like if you ever see a good cop like disarm a situation, like they're really good at it and they don't ever resort to violence. They don't even reach for their gun.
Yeah. That's
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to say is like having a weapon should be literally the last thing a cop
last
gets.
resort, exactly.
What a cop gets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a cop has to, like there was one a Muslim leader that was talking about this. His name was Fathi Yakin, Allah yarhamu, and he was once giving a talk in Lebanon about the use of force and stuff, and he said like if you want to be successful, if you want to promote Islam and promote the Deen, a weapon should not be an option for you. You know what I mean? So even goes to the cops. Like if you want to promote safety and peace in the communities, a weapon should not be an option for you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're there to protect and serve.
Yeah.
You're serving and protecting. You don't need a weapon. Now, having said that, yeah, I know there's like criminals out there and that have weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like something where society in a whole has to change, right? Society has to figure out a way to become better in itself.
True. Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese closed down because of the coronavirus. Apparently, not enough people are going there during the lockdown.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. Thoughts, feelings, emotions. I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese. You know that?
Not surprised.
That explains a lot.
Not even a little bit surprised.
I think Chuck E. Cheese shut down because the Rec Room. I think the Rec Room is so much more better.
The Rec
For
Room?
adults,
Yeah.
not
No,
for
dude.
kids.
Come on.
No.
Chuck E. Cheese was literally all of our childhood, except for yours, but like, and yours.
Actually, maybe it's because kids nowadays all have video games at home and it's accessible.
Palladium. I used to do Palladium a lot.
But wasn't like the best feeling in the world is when you win a game and like all these tickets are coming out. Yeah,
that's the best feeling in the world.
That was the best feeling in the world.
Kids nowadays are like, oh, toys? What's that?
How many kids like are addicted to gambling because of that?
The sound, like the bells and the whistles.
It is gambling pretty much.
That's true.
And then you spend like $30 on a machine and you get like a $5 like a finger puppet. I remember.
Yeah, I had like 4 birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese.
You know what's the best? Take invite. You know what's the best game at Chuck E. Cheese?
Take the hand.
The firefighter game. You guys remember that? You guys they had like hoses and like you went to like buildings.
Yeah.
That was the best game.
No, I love the basketball one.
Yeah, basketball was cool
Yeah,
too.
I like
Skee
that.
ball too was
And
sick.
is it skee ball the one
Skee
where
ball,
you
throw the ball up? Yeah.
I like that one too.
We used to just like climb up the thing and just throw the balls in the 100 hole.
Oh yeah.
Did
I like that.
you guys don't ever remember Palladium?
Nope.
Was that like in 1969?
It was in the 90s. It was in the 90s. It was like, where the theater and the West Ham Mall is?
Yep.
That used to be Palladium. So it was
Okay.
like Chuck E. Cheese, but it was just strictly video games. So
Uh-huh.
like arcades for like 3 floors.
Oh, that's sick. I don't remember that at
So
all.
you go in and you buy
Just video games?
Yeah, like arcades.
Oh, okay. Arcade games. Okay.
Yeah. So like you go in and you buy like a card. So like 100, but then you get credit.
Yeah.
And then you go to a game, you swipe it down, you swipe your card, and then you play, and then you keep going.
Every game was for sure in black and white, right?
It was Arati, whatever that.
Atari?
ping pong- Atari.
Already.
I love the way you say words.
Yo, do you guys
But
remember?
no, it was honestly it was the best. That was where it was at.
Do you guys remember back in the day when the masjid never used to get that full for Ramadan for Taraweeh? So they used to have like an arcade in the gym.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The older people praying in the musalla.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god! I remember I used to just go play at the arcade all night. My dad would be so mad at me.
I think
Makes
I
sense.
think I was in Qatar at that point.
This
With
is
your-
back
with your
when.
Prince
This
friends.
is back when.
This is a long
like
time
12,
ago.
13
No,
years
Ali.
ago.
Ali was before he went to Qatar. Because I think I was like 7 or 8 at the time.
Okay, well, Hamid Al Thani, if you're out there, please contact me.
He needs the money.
Qatar's on in hot fire now. It's being under siege. Nobody can fly in and fly out from Saudi Arabia.
Under
Egypt.
siege.
It is.
By who?
Egypt, Saudi Arabia, UAE,
I
and
love how hard Ahmed laughed at that.
what's so funny? It's true. It is under siege.
He's
Like
laughing
you can't.
He's
you can't
laughing
go-
at. We said we're talking about these
Bahrain.
kids' places, and then now we're talking about a war
It's not a war.
or
It's
a siege. I'm sorry.
a diplomatic siege. Like you can't. Like right now, if you go to Saudi, you can't go to Qatar to Saudi.
Who are we talking
Do you
about?
guys remember Kidstropolis?
Speaking of
Do you guys remember
wars,
Kidstropolis?
speaking of wars, there was actually like a little battle I had once at one of these amusement park places. Bro, all I remember was I was in the ball pen and there was like some Ajnabi kid like on the other side of the ball pen. And
This is gonna
we're throwing-
fold really good.
we're we're throwing balls at each other's heads, and like for some reason that day we both had perfect accuracy.
Okay.
And every single ball we threw would hit each other's forehead, like spot on. I remember I was so mad he kept hitting me. I wanted to hit him back, but yeah.
I'm so confused.
The transitions in this episode
We were
Yeah,
talking about
but
Chuck E.
insane.
Cheese, and then we talked about Qatar, and then we talked about
He
War.
brought up Qatar. We're talking
He
about,
said
he's talking about
Qatar,
Palladium.
and then he said Qatar. Muhammad
I was
Al Thani
reaching Hamid. Don't
Hamid,
mess up, it's my
Hamid,
friend. Don't
okay.
mess up his name.
And then I was like, Qatar is in hot fire for the past it was like 3 years, 4 years now.
Remember, man,
Under
they're the
economic
richest
siege.
country in the world. I don't care.
They are. That's why they don't care. They're under siege.
Are they the richest in the world?
Yeah, they are actually one of the richest countries in the world.
I think they are the
Like if you're
richest.
in Saudi Arabia, you can't go to Qatar. You have to go to a different country, even though it's like one border they share, and then you have to fly into Qatar.
Do you guys remember Kidstropolis?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
No,
We're all over
never
the place,
been.
man.
It says Qatar is by
Oh my
far
God,
the
we're
richest
talking
country in the
about this.
world. Not even like it's close. It's like
say how
by
long?
far.
How long they've been under siege?
Uh,
There's nothing wrong with learning
This is boring.
world events.
Boring when you say it.
You want to bite a toast, Bilal?
I don't want.
It's dry.
Yeah,
Hey, take another bite for
What
the
is this?
camera.
Like
it's gluten-free toast.
it's literally bird seeds.
Yeah, I know it's good.
why are you eating gluten free?
You want?
Like-
you want me to show you why I eat gluten-free? Exactly.
Okay.
Let's go to table talk before somebody gets.
Do you guys remember
Arrested.
Kidstropolis?
Nobody cares.
I want to talk about it.
Okay, talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, good.
Speaking of not talking about it anymore, welcome to Table Talk.
What is Kidstropolis?
Speaking
I
of
never
this
heard
table,
it.
welcome to Table Talk.
What's Kidstropolis?
I don't talk about it.
It's like a show on
It was
Disney
like
Channel?
a little town.
Yeah.
It's
You go
Josh
in there.
went to me before. I've never
You-
been
I
though.
You
never-
never been there before either?
I've never been there. I've
I've-
never
I
heard
don't
that in my
know-
life.
Say
I,
well,
I
though.
don't know if I don't know if I have it. or
Okay,
not.
you go to Westminster Mall,
Yeah.
bottom floor.
It's still there?
It was no, it's gone.
Oh.
If it was still there, I'd still be there.
Where is it?
You
Where
go
was
in there. It was a little town. So you get to the front, and your parents. They
Oh,
they
I
tell your
think I
parents,
remember this. Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, how much money you want to give your kids when you guys are here? It's basically daycare.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I remember
Yeah,
this.
they say how much money you want to give your kids. So then like your parents.
I've never
like,
been there, but I've
give them like $200, and you go in there. You gotta get a job, make money. You can go to jail if you.
Child labor?
Yeah, literally, yeah. You can get a job, become a doctor. You can
It's
drive
like a
cars.
Wait.
It's like a Nike
Parents-
rep there.
Parents would give their kids $200 for that.
No, $200 kids money.
Oh, kids.
Yeah,
money.
so it's like
Oh, okay.
$20 like real
I
money.
see, I see, I
and then
see.
like you go in there and you spend like however long you want to be there for. Your parents go in the mall,
I
right?
remember this.
And like
Oh, wow,
you
that's
become like an adult.
That's actually
actually so
genius.
cool.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. It was a really cool concept.
I don't
And
think
they had like little tiny cars you could drive around too.
Yeah, I don't think
But
that
they were
COVID
very
friendly
expensive.
anymore, but-
No, you can't do that after COVID.
That is actually
That
genius.
looks like a headache, honestly. Just looking at these pictures.
Okay, Hamdan, you want to do your
Wow,
table
it's so
talk
small.
topic? It's yours today.
Um,
Go ahead,
So
go for it.
table talk topic today is if money wasn't involved
a factor.
a factor, what would your dream job be, or what would the job you'd want to work as be if money wasn't involved?
Okay, can I be honestly real right now? I know it's gonna sound corny, but I'll still be an electrical engineer.
I knew it well. I knew it.
Well, I actually love my job. I wanted to be an electrical engineer since
You wouldn't be
grade
a
2.
personal trainer.
Why would I do that?
He's
You
not.
you
you're
wanted
not-
to be one.
I don't.
gonna-
I wanted
no,
to
no.
be one, but there was too much work for it. Remember?
He was gonna have me sit in the, cause like, you know, I'm a biology student, so for like all like the, cause he had to do like a physiology exam, so he was gonna have me sit under the table.
No. I was like, come just write the exam for me.
Oh yeah. But then they made him get a webcam and stuff like that.
They're like, yeah, we need. They're like, I paid $150 for it to write the exam,
Yeah.
and then the guy emails me. He's like, for you to write this exam, you have to be in a room with one exit, and there has to be a camera on, and somebody's gonna watch you write this exam. I'm like, I'm out. I'm
Yeah,
done.
that's what it was.
The best thing is that guy that on LA Fitness, a manager, came to me and he was like, hey, Bilal, did you get a chance to finish the courses? I'm like, yeah, I was going to write the exam, but apparently I have to get a webcam and somebody has to watch me write the exam. He's like, yeah, we could set it up here. I know a couple guys did it. I'm like, Jordan, you're missing the point. It is now a mission. I don't want to do this mission anymore. I'm done. I don't need this. But, no, I'm serious. Like, I really love my job. Like, I honestly love it.
Good for you, Younes.
I pray one day you get a job that you
Eunice?
love, but you'll
Look,
never get there.
I
You're
would.
too dumb.
I'm not gonna choose a doctor, even though I do love the idea of being a doctor, and I
Yeah.
think it would be really rewarding.
Why are you
and stuff.
scared of him? Why are you
not
scared of him making fun of you?
Why am I scared of him?
Well,
I'm just.
if that's
I'm
what he wants
just
to do,
being
it's a good
honest.
job.
I'm
The
being.
one I said that you never said
Younes,
that.
Oh
continue.
my god. Can I
Go
talk?
go
Can I
ahead.
talk?
Have at it.
Okay. Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
I'd be a teacher.
A teacher.
Yeah,
That's
but
like-
Honestly-
specifically a high school teacher.
I was gonna say
It's
the
actually a
exact
good
same
one.
thing. I was gonna say a gym teacher.
No. Oh yeah. No. I'm talking like legit like teacher like for like math or something, math and
Yeah.
science.
No, okay, that's boring. I would be a gym teacher. Like that's something I actually wanted to do
social
when I was
teacher would be
growing up.
good too.
And then
Why would he be a social teacher? We're talking about kata for like 3 minutes. You're gonna cry. I don't know. It's so boring. I want to talk about. Continue.
What was the last word?
I was gonna go somewhere. I was like,
I do want to say to Ali's point. As a kid, I was so jealous of Mr. Omar.
oh yeah,
His
of course.
job,
Like that's
like,
that's
we
what I'm
used to always
saying.
say
Omar
Mr.
Imagine?
Teacher.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Omar.
like his
He had the best job.
his job was crazy. Like he
when he joined the school, he wasn't a gym teacher. He was like a grade 3 teacher.
He was my grade 3.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
my
that's what I'm
grade
saying. When
teacher
I
too,
remember
yeah.
in Islamic school. when
I'm
I
telling you,
was-
he's actually the reason why I wanted to become a gym teacher. Because I remember like we'd be playing hockey and just be sitting down in the chair and just watch us. And he'd play with us sometimes too.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mr. Ahmed.
You know what's a funny
Love
show?
that
Mr. D.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that was actually pretty funny.
That's the only good show that CBC actually has.
What do you mean,
You
Little
ever
Moscow on the
watched
Prairie?
it?
It was
Oh,
a
no,
great
no,
show.
it's a good show.
So good.
It's a great show.
Okay, it's my turn.
Okay, what about
Okay,
you?
go
I
ahead.
would be an actor.
Oh my god.
Oh
it is
my
my
God.
dream. It
You-
is my dream.
Like honestly, no offense, but you'd be the worst actor in the world.
No,
Because
I
you
would
laugh,
be
you,
serious.
laugh
can't
all
keep
the
a straight
lines.
face.
No. He
No, I
was
could.
he was one of the leads in the Disney show.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
Let's open up this kind of work.
You just don't open up this kind of
I'm not
words.
gonna do that.
It's
I'm not gonna do
dangerous.
Let's open
I'm
it
not
up.
gonna do-
I
I'm not
want to
gonna do
open it
no,
up.
I'm
not gonna
down.
do this,
If
no.
you guys want to open it up, go ahead.
Mohammed Hamdan,
No.
I want to do it.
Say it.
Look, I want you to know.
Everyone
In high school, his
Edmonton-
first day of high school, I
Every-
told all my friends, I was like, hey, doesn't he look like so and so? And
At this
throughout
point,
all of
just
high
say-
school,
just say-
everybody.
Listen,
No, you know what?
Everybody
no,
agreed.
No, I want to make this a
Listen,
challenge.
when he was
I
listening-
want to make this a challenge.
But
I want
I like
people.
this.
I want people to comment or whatever and see who he looks like from Disney Channel.
Yeah.
There's
He
a
looked a
character.
lot
Zac
more
Efron.
like him back then.
Listen, but everyone in Edmonton knows.
Just show your face. Just show your face.
I don't look
Just-
like him
just show your
anymore.
face.
Okay,
Not anymore, no.
He
Hold on,
doesn't have a
hold on,
beard.
hold
He
on.
doesn't have a beard.
Yeah, no, we're not saying. We won't say the name.
Listen. Everyone in
I don't
Edmonton,
know
but
the
everyone
name,
in
though.
Edmonton already knows.
But Muhammad,
All I'm saying-
when you
all
were
I'm saying
younger,
is
it was actually
You
crazy.
You have potential.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll shut out the person who.
I
who
feel like
says
I
it.
have that face that's just like, you can put it on TV,
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not saying it just to your face. You actually make me laugh the most on the podcast. Like especially when I'm listening to it. Like
I
after like.
appreciate you.
Honestly, no. Your reactions of how when you get mad, it's the funniest thing. I still remember the e-gamer one when you were fighting with Ali.
I wish I was there for that.
Allah, it was the funniest thing.
Because
I've ever seen in
whenever
my
I
life.
argue with Ali, even like off camera and off podcast, like I hate him. I can't stand when Ali argues with
Oh,
me.
let's
You,
take it
Because
out.
want,
one-
you want to know? You want to know when
because
Muhammad's
one-
losing an argument is when he calls me a name.
No.
When he calls me a name, the argument is done. Because like,
No, because
like
sometimes you're just an idiot.
I'll say my points like, wow, you're so stupid, you're a coward, and then I'm like, okay, well the
No.
argument's done.
Oh my god.
You know what the funny thing is?
No, you're just dumb. Like
guys
you
like
can't.
a nerd.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, there you go. He calls me dumb. He knows the argument is done.
You know. Did you ever end
Ali
up
can't
watching?
lose an
Did you end
argument.
up watching Bill Burr?
No, I watched the first 5 minutes and I fell
But
asleep.
there was like a bit he has where he's like,
he's
you know,
funny.
he's like, you know, when women lose a lose a fight is when they start calling you names. That's when you know you're in the argument.
That's literally true.
exactly what you need to.
But I don't call you names.
Oh my god!
The
The
yes,
other
you
day,
do.
okay, the other day we and Ali got into an argument. I'm not gonna say what, but he was just being stupid, just being dumb, okay? And everyone knew he was being stupid. Ahmed, you know he was being stupid, and I just said it. I was like, "You're just being dumb." That's not.
No,
me
no,
losing
no,
an
no! You
argument.
called me a coward.
Yeah.
You called me a coward, and then you walked away. I'm like,
I forget
I'm
why.
like, he knows it's done.
No, there was
What
a
was the
reason I called you a
argument?
cow-
What was
I,
our-
I can't say it.
Okay.
All I want to say is I love how everyone started using the word coward after Bilal.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's what I do. I
No,
inspire
because-
people.
Yeah, okay.
You know what it
We
was?
should be motivational
Buddy.
speaker, Bilal.
It wasn't
out
Bilal
of
for
this
me.
table, like 3 people start working out because of me.
No, it's not true.
I'm not
Actually,
one of them.
I started working out before.
I started
you, to
working
be
out
honest.
I'm not one of them.
No, I never said you.
Okay.
I said 3. Yeah, 2. No, 3. Jalal worked out with
Yeah,
me.
no, Bilal,
But
I-
did you start
yeah.
because of Bilal?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
No,
I-
he told me like
Okay.
you come with me to the gym.
No,
he didn't
Bilal,
give me a choice. He
I
said,
work
you
out
come
with
with me.
you, but I didn't start.
Yeah,
because
but
of
the
you.
thing is, like, but when you start working out with me, it's a whole new level. Straight up.
Yeah, I
You
know it
be-
is.
I'll
Of
be
course,
honest.
yeah, of course it is. But like, I got the
And-
gym.
and
I
I
actually
didn't
got
start
membership
with-
because of Jalal.
Who got it because of me?
Because Jalal told me.
But I never got a gym membership because of you.
But you're going with Jalal, which is because of me.
But I'm not going because of Jalal.
Okay, you're missing the point.
I'm going for
I
myself.
inspired.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't inspire people.
Okay, Bilal, you're a trendsetter.
Literally, everyone that watches you on this podcast is just like, wow.
We'll find out next
Okay, so
week.
Jalal,
You're
who'd you
such a
like to be?
douche.
What I like to be?
You dropped that like
what
word
was
like
your
6
dream
times.
job?
I know.
My dream job.
Yeah, your
Well,
dream
without
job.
money.
Without money?
Like you're rich.
all?
You could just do whatever you
Well,
want.
Yeah, money's
I'd be
not
a
a factor.
zookeeper. Tell me
Wow.
that would not be the most
That is
insane thing.
actually insane.
That'd be the
Well,
worst
you
job
wa-
in the world.
That
Tiger
is the
King.
best job. in the world.
Unless you're like a
actually
part of the
good-
Irwin family,
that's a
then
good
okay.
answer.
Well, like, can you imagine
No,
you
that's
show
a
up to
horrible answer.
What?
How?
That's
That's
a great
a-
answer.
you walk in the zoo and there's an
exactly.
elephant. and
Yo,
you know what's up.
You know
I
where
don't-
Jalal will end up? Tiger King. That's it. He'll be that
I'm
guy
down.
that has like 9 wives.
I'm down. Oh yeah, dog Antle.
Yeah,
It's like a cult.
No, honestly, I think
I
that's
think
a great
zoos.
profession.
I think zoos should be like abolished completely.
I will never
no,
recover
you know,
from
I
this
agree with
financially.
that. if they aren't abolished, a zookeeper would be a good job.
No way.
All I'm
Like,
saying
feed
You're
is
ready to get on your
feeding them
soapbox
on
right now,
TV.
you
You show up.
I'm gonna stay calm.
you walk an elephant. You wake up in the morning. You go, hey,
You don't
Lucy,
walk elephants,
what's up?
idiot.
You just, like,
You
fetch-
don't walk. No, they
Hey,
don't.
wahyat,
do
all
like
you
Edmonton
do.
Zoo.
Have you been to the Valley Zoo?
They walk
They
elephants.
walk an
Yeah.
elephant. Yeah, they do.
Like in the common area.
And
Yeah,
there's
they'll
people,
be
there's people like
yeah,
there's
they'll
kids
walk
there, and they'll be like,
across.
"Oh, look, it's just an elephant walking around."
Bro, I remember as a kid, I went to a zoo and they took us like the elephant section. I swear to God, I thought this thing was gonna kill us all. Like they had like these huge like bars, like keeping them like locked up. Oh, sorry, yeah.
That's
keeping
what
them like
zoos
locked
are,
up.
Eunice.
And exactly. But then this elephant was like ramming into the bar, trying to like break it down. It
That's
was
sick.
nuts.
But,
That's not sick.
That's it.
That's
You know what? My favorite
it is
sign of the
sick,
zoo
actually.
is.
It
My
is
favorite
sick.
sign of the zoo is
Sick in the head. How
sick
do you?
in the mind.
Yeah.
My favorite sign of the zoo is do not yell at the elephant because it will throw mud at you.
Wow.
Can you imagine an elephant throws mud at you? How sick that would be? What an experience.
I'm surprised zoos aren't like.
They're
I don't
getting
wanna
there.
go to the conversation.
They're getting there.
They
But like
Oh,
these
y-
animals are in there
honestly,
being
gi-
fed and they're being taken care of.
No,
you
but
know?
give it a few years.
Dude,
and
they
zoos
I
want
think
will-
they
freedom.
will be for sure. But
They
They want
freedom.
freedom. Here's the thing: if
Yeah.
you're doing it in a conservation, I'm going nerd here. If you're doing it in a conservation stance,
Mr.
you know what I mean,
Zoologist.
That's
that makes
different.
sense.
That's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
What is
saying
that? Sorry, what?
like to have them in there.
So no, he's saying if let's say there's an endangered species,
Yeah.
like let's say there's only like 12 of this tiger left in the world.
Okay.
You would take those 12 tigers and like put them in like a zoo, quote unquote, but you're just letting them kind of breed.
not
and you're-
being displayed.
exact. No, I don't know about
You
that.
can display for education purposes, for and even like to like support
Yeah,
like
education
But
conservation.
the whole like idea behind it is you're trying to preserve the species
Yeah,
by
yeah.
allowing
I
them to
agree.
grow and thrive in a safe environment.
But do you
right?
think it should be displayed in front of like a bunch of people paying to go to the zoo and they're making money off of it?
My thing is like they shouldn't do shows.
Yeah,
They shouldn't
I
do
think
shows
that's
where like the
weird.
elephants are
Yeah,
painting
like
or stuff
Shamu
like
and SeaWorld, like that's horrible.
that. Yeah, that's messed up.
Even West Ed.
The seals.
Like, don't you think
Yeah.
the sea thing
They
in
still
West Ed is
have
kind
this.
of overdue?
They still have seals.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
think that,
dolphins.
like,
are-
Don't they
Really?
do in that dirty water too?
dolphins?
I didn't
Aren't
even know.
dolphins too big for that one?
No,
No, they had dolphins.
Back in the days, it was
Yeah,
dolphins.
they had dolphins. Oh yeah.
Wow.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
they had
back in the
dolphins,
days,
yeah.
it was dolphins.
Do
They
you
had like
remember-
3-4
Sorry,
dolphins.
I didn't
At
look
West
here.
Ed, they had like a submarine
it's
tour
not-
where you
it's
go
not-
under the water.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they had
But
like sharks and stuff
the
like
thing
that.
is,
Yeah.
that little area you see right now, it's not.
Oh, no, I
it's
know
a
that.
whole thing.
But
It's
way
still,
bigger.
Wait,
Yeah.
Can we still go in that submarine? Is that still
No.
like
No,
a
it's
service?
No,
Shut
the
it
submarine's
down.
done, but they have like a
down.
thing now where it's like you walk through a fish head, you pay $20 to go underground,
Yeah.
and you can see like the actual facility they have.
Yeah, but
That's
back in the days,
crazy.
it was a sub. It was
You said
weird.
flamingos in West Ed.
West Hampton
What?
Mall used to be way better than
Flamingos.
it is right now.
These have flamingos too. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
flamingos. They
Flamingos.
still have wins.
You know what
I
I've
think.
never done
Yeah.
at Westside, but I always wanted to do?
Water park?
No, mini golf.
Oh,
my
it's
I've
actually-
never done it.
That is my
Listen,
favorite thing
listen,
in the world.
Listen,
I actually want to do it one day.
Younes, I'm not even lying with you. go with Ali and play mini golf.
I actually one time paid for him and my other friends so they can come golfing with me because
But
no one
wallah,
wanted to do with me.
I'm
I
so
would've
down to
done
try
it
one.
with
too.
you.
Ali
I'm actually
is so obsessed with mini golf.
Mini
it's
golf,
disgusting.
mini golf is my favorite thing on this planet.
We're doing it.
Every time we
it's
go to
so
the mall, we have to
relaxing.
play mini golf.
We're
Oh
doing
my
it.
God.
We should
Okay,
do it
I'm
and then
down.
record ourselves.
Yo, we can make a
Well
TikTok.
answered.
Yeah, we'll make a TikTok. Follow our TikTok. DLP
DLP.
guys.
It's better than your dumb idea that you want us to do.
No, it's not a dumb. It's genius. It is genius.
It's a great idea.
We're doing it. Stay tuned for our next TikTok. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh my god, this guy. Do you have a problem with me, Bilal?
Yeah, that you fish too much. You should be on the fishing network.
Yeah, I'm trying to get married. There, I said it.
There,
I
he
said
admitted it.
I said it.
Way to take my power, Younes. Okay, let's wrap this up. All right, guys. Thanks for
It's a short
tuning in
episode
this week. Make sure that you guys subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you like, get the notification on. Follow us at DLPcast everywhere. Catch us on Apple Podcast and Google Play, Spotify. Jalal, we'll put this upstairs. Make sure.
What are you talking
Wallah, I will return it exactly how it was.
Yeah.
I will put
and eat
this,
that second toast.
I'll
No,
put
What-
this
what are you
bread
returning?
and that
no,
bread
no,
back
no,
on
no,
the
no,
plate.
no, no. The whole symmetry
Hey.
of my loaf is off right now.
What?
I'm gonna have one extra piece of bread.
Wait,
So
wait,
eat that with
wait,
me.
wait.
And look at the mess you made.
I didn't
Look
make
at
a
the
mess.
mess you made. Eat like a chipmunk. All right, let's wrap it up. See you guys next week.
I love you, Bilal.